All right, everyone, let's take a few minutes to talk about the future of Raid Shadow Legends. This is something I've been meaning to do for a while, and of course, this is going to be a little bit of a different video compared to the ones that I normally put up on the channel, so just a little bit of a heads up. But I think now is a really good time to actually talk about this because there's not really a whole lot going on in the game in a period where you would feel like things are kind of starting to ramp up. We've got the holiday season coming up, we have Halloween, and really there's just not a whole lot of stuff happening in Raid Shadow Legends. We've got this tournament that's still winding down. We have still 3 days left on this, but besides that, we don't really have too much else actually happening. So I wanted to talk a little bit about my predictions and what I think is going to actually happen in the next few weeks in Raid Shadow Legends. I have a pretty good idea. I also wanted to talk a little bit about this roadmap because this is something that I don't think I've actually shown in a video yet. I've talked about it, but we have this roadmap right here, and this was actually released a while ago, and it's a image that is going to show kind of like the future of Raid Shadow Legends, at least a rough estimate. We've already kind of seen a few things change, and definitely a few things planned that are not on the roadmap. One thing that is coming to mind is going to be the Nightmare campaign, which I also want to talk about a little bit. But if you actually end up taking a look at the roadmap, you'll see that we are kind of, we are at this, I can't really actually show it with my mouse, but you guys see right after the one that is glyphs. So the next thing that is supposed to be happening, at least according to the roadmap, is the Platinum tier of Arena. And I actually do think that this is going to be happening very, very soon. Now, I have a few reasons why and kind of my rumors and speculations. I wanted to actually share something with you guys, and I don't actually know if this is something that you guys have noticed, but if you actually go to the arena, lately the arena teams have been really, really easy. I know this is especially true in Gold 4. Normally, when I end up doing a refresh in Gold 4, I would say there's usually 7 to 9, sometimes even 10 teams that I just don't even bother with because they are too difficult. It's almost always full teams of legendaries. They have really high power, and it's just not even worth getting into it. I'll fight maybe 1, maybe 2, or 3 if I'm absolutely lucky. 3 teams out of a refresh of 10, and then I'll wait 15 minutes and do another refresh and kind of repeat the process. But lately, as of the last few days, I have actually been able to go through and pretty much kill every single team. There might have been a couple that I am missing out on here and there, but besides that, you know, pretty much every single team has been very low power. There's been a lot of teams with 1. Even the teams that have legendaries, if you actually take a look at the power, which normally this is not going to be the best representation of how powerful a team is. There are, of course, plenty of really good arena teams that are going to be very strong with the low power. Plenty of really bad teams that do somehow have an inflated power that are not going to be good, but it still gives you, at least I feel like it gives you a rough idea. You know, if I see a team that has 68, 69,000 power compared to a team that has 150,000 power, that's still going to give me an idea of, at a really quick glance, which team is going to be easier, just for a quick comparison. So Arena has been very, very easy lately. Now, I know we just had the Arena refresh, but even before the Arena refresh, it was still really easy for the last few days. And my speculation is that they have somehow gone through their system and changed the Arena algorithm in a sense so that there are easy teams right now. I don't know if they are preparing for Platinum, or I think it's a combination of 2. Now, obviously, it's a preparation for Platinum, which is going to be coming out soon, so they obviously want to get the easier teams out of Platinum and into Gold to make sure that, you know, hopefully the most difficult arena team doesn't have the easiest teams, and, you know, you get the whole idea there. But my little rumor, and this is just a rumor, of course, is they've also ended up making a lot of the fights easier so that people end up using their arena refresh tokens, especially from like all these Conqueror packs that they've been selling lately. There's a million of them. These right here, they come with arena refresh tokens. They've been selling a lot of these. I wonder if they've made it so that they want to try to get people to use as many of their arena refresh tokens before Platinum actually comes out, because obviously when Platinum does come out, then you know, if Platinum medals function very similar to how Gold, Silver, and Bronze medals work, then they're going to be worth twice what Gold medals are. So obviously you're going to get a lot more value for your arena tokens if you wait and hold off on using them until Platinum comes out compared to using them right now. So I wonder if that's another reason why they ended up making arena teams really, really easy. That's just a rumor, of course. I don't know. You guys know Plarium, though. I feel like they are very well capable of doing something like that, especially the way that they run events. Really wouldn't end up surprising me that much. Now, another thing that I wanted to talk about is we do actually have Halloween coming up really soon, and normally when it comes to the holiday season, I think Halloween would probably be the first holiday type event that I can really think of when it comes to the holiday season. A lot of games like Raid Shadow Legends, a lot of these gacha type games in the same genre, this is when they usually start to bombard you with events, because it's the holiday season. People obviously are able to play more, people get more excited. It's just generally a more fun time of the year overall compared to, like, you know, January, February, or whatever. And this is usually when events start to come out. Now, I'm a little bit surprised that we really haven't had any kind of announcements for any kind of events or anything like that. We obviously did have the Molly fusion, and we had some other epic fusions, but I mean, besides that, you know, we really haven't seen a whole lot happening in Raid Shadow Legends, whereas a lot of other games around this time of year, this is when you are starting to get all the really big announcements. You're getting the Halloween events, you're getting the hype for, you know, the later events, like the Christmas events and whatnot. And in Raid Shadow Legends, it's honestly been pretty quiet in the side of events. Now, Stu Gaming actually made a fantastic video talking about his opinion on events that I recently watched, and it was great because I actually completely agree with a lot of his ideas on what he shares with events, where it really feels like a lot of the events in Raid Shadow Legends, they really don't feel like events in the sense that a lot of other similar games, you know? Like in a lot of other games, when you have events, you'll have completely separate maps. You know, in Raid Shadow Legends, is something that I've noticed is that a lot of these events, they don't have any new maps. They just kind of feed off of the other content in the game. And there's totally nothing wrong with that. There are plenty of events in other games that do the exact same thing. But it would be really cool if we did end up having an event in the holiday season where they like opened up a new map and there's like special areas that you could end up going to specifically for the event. You know, that's something exciting that a lot of other games do. And I don't think we've really seen that at all in Raid Shadow Legends. We've obviously had limited time fusions, but a lot of the events really just feel like, you know, as Stu Gaming said in his video, they feel like they really are something that they're events for the company a lot more so in the sense that they are events for the players. I mean, especially with the last Summon Rush that we had, which recently ended, a 10,000 point Summon Rush in 3 days. I mean, that really doesn't feel like a major event for the players. That feels like a major event for the company in order to maximize revenue, and you just kind of overall get a little bit of a sour taste in your mouth when the company is just constantly releasing stuff like that instead of actual events that are really fun. I mean, I had a lot of fun with the Foley Fusion. I know a lot of people kind of had mixed opinions about that, but I think it would be really, really cool to actually see some more specific events kind of geared towards the holidays, especially with the holiday season coming out. Now, one rumor, and this is kind of just my mind and my thought process of maybe why we're seeing things a little bit slow right now in Raid Shadow Legends. And again, this is just my speculation, but this would be pretty smart even from a company like Plarium, which is obviously focused on maximizing profits as much as they can. Still would be smart for them to actually hold off, because there is speculation that a very highly anticipated mobile release by Blizzard, Diablo Immortal, is actually going to be coming out in the next few days. Now, right now, the speculated release date is October 25th, which is just going to be in 4 days. So obviously, if that's true, that is going to be a major competitor to a game like Raid Shadow Legends. I know so because me, as well as plenty of other friends who also play Raid Shadow Legends, we are definitely looking forward to at least trying that game out. Obviously, there's a lot of negative publicity associated with it, but still looking forward to at least trying it out and seeing what it's like. And if Plarium was smart, they also might end up holding off on a lot of their plans until after there's a little bit more information to try to kind of keep people staying towards playing Raid Shadow Legends, keep people actually still, you know, playing that game instead of not having anything come out after a really big major mobile title release like that and then losing a lot of players to it. So that could be another reason as well. Now, the last thing that I wanted to talk about in this video actually has to do with this Nightmare campaign that we are supposedly getting really soon, because we have this image, it's on the Raid Shadow Legends Facebook, it's on their Twitter, it's on their YouTube channel, it's been out for a few days now. Obviously, you have the final boss of the 12th stage of the campaign right here. You have a picture of him, but you also have him at level 200 in comparison to the level 105 version that you'll normally find in Brutal. Now, something interesting that somebody brought up in that actual video is that's a pretty big jump. I think I talked about that. It's pretty clear that the difference between 105 to 200 is pretty significant, especially if you go back and you actually take a look at the hard difficulty version, which I believe is only level 70, and then the normal version, which is only level 50. So you have a much bigger jump between Brutal and the supposed Nightmare. I mean, that's like twice the jump of what it should be. It should be like 105 to 150, or maybe like 145, 155, and then maybe like 150 to 200. So what if they are actually going to release both Nightmare and the Ultra Nightmare campaign at the same time? That's something someone brought up. I thought that was pretty cool to think about. I think it's still probably unlikely. I just think maybe that the difference between Brutal and Nightmare is going to be bigger just because it's been a while since we've really had any campaign-related content. But it's a cool little thought to kind of keep in the back of your head. I thought that was something really interesting someone brought up that might still actually end up being a possibility. So anyway, guys, this was just kind of a video where I wanted to talk about the future of the game, my predictions, my anticipations, just some stuff like that. And let me know what you guys think about all of this, because I am obviously always interested in hearing what you guys have to say. What do you guys think the future of Raid Shadow Legends is going to bring? Please feel free to let me know in the comments section. And of course, if you guys enjoyed this video and you want more videos like this in the future, consider subscribing to the channel for more. And if you have a quick second and you want to help out, dropping a quick like means a whole bunch. So thank you to all of you guys who do that. Have a fantastic day, everyone. Take care, and until next time, this is Salt of the Salty Guild, signing out.